So here is the continuation to the Juggernaut 4 video, the best coach you can make. And I had a little whoopsie daisy that I didn't show where I left Arkansas and became a coordinator. So I'm going to include that here in the beginning. But the purpose of this video is to kind of show off some of the different builds you could make and maybe some builds to avoid, which we'll go into. So in this video, we're going to see, is Master Motivator worth spending points on? Is Scheme Guru worth spending points on? And then at the final build, I'm going to show you what I found to be the best build that I used to create a 99 overall team. And then maybe, depending on time, I might show you the build that I find with the most balance. And that'll probably be the best one for both gameplay and simulation. It'll just be like the most well-rounded coach. I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like on the video. If you have any questions about how to do any of this, ask in the comment section. I'll get back to you. And as always, guys, I hope y'all enjoy. We're at the start of season 5. We have officially gotten double discounts on all tier 1 of elite recruiting. First time I've ever successfully done that. And we're just waiting now. We're going to sim to the end of the season. I'm not even going to do any recruiting. And we're going to unload these coaches and we're going to try to fill out our trees before we go take a coordinator job somewhere else so we can reset our program builder and CEO. I'm not bothering recruiting. I'll turn on instant for now, or auto. And let's go ahead and just sim to week 15. We'll hard save our SEC championship. I still can't believe how lucky I've gotten. Double discounts on all elite recruiting. Man. All right, so let's create our hard save here. Manage staff. They've been great. I thank them very much. But we got to get into bowl week season 1, see if there's any banger hires. Be real nice if we could get 2 level 50s on each coordinator and just get all that stuff done. And then we can go take that OC job after this next season. That would be phenomenal. Seasons 5 and 6 may take, 20 total minutes. All right, we got our coaches. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. You just never know. Now let's spend as much as we can in Motivator before the season starts. Grade coach skills. We should finish Motivator now. Awesome. Good. We're just going to spend these next few years making sure we get our trees filled. I don't have a ton more to spend before we reset. Okay, Motivator is finished. Just going to go ahead and go to next week. Crazy that I have auto recruiting on and I got that many instant commits. And we are going to go to week 15. This will be the end of season 6. We have Motivator tree done. It's possible we could finish Tactician if these guys spend a lot of points. And then we'll just have recruiting and Tactician to finish. But Motivator is finito. Let's see where our coaching staff has spent. Nothing really in Tactician, unfortunately. And nothing in recruiting. Let's just go to week 3. If we have to revert, we'll revert and we'll pick up the Tacticians. Check abilities. I'll revert if there's not another solid Tactician in the next go. Just offer him. And then Thomas Donahue is the best one. And this is the last week I can check my abilities. Yes, Tactician is finished. So now all we have to do is finish up the recruiting and then we will take a coordinator job. Let's go ahead to next season. I'm going to schedule LSU to win all their games. I'm going to build up LSU with that coach at the helm and have him leave it when I take the coordinator position. Because every time I've come to LSU, it's been a disaster. So this time, they'll be fully ready to go for a good coach. So let's go ahead and schedule all my games to win. Right. LSU will be built up. All right. Let's go ahead and get to week 15. So this is obviously the fast part of this whole simulation. We're going to be one more year at Arkansas. And then unless we get lucky and these guys buy up recruiting with their remaining points, which I don't think that they will. I think they were spending a motivator already. So we'll go to the championship week, fire them, and now we just need to go after recruiters only. And then we will take an OC job and get our points refunded. Prage for some recruiters. Again, I don't need to be picky. I don't need to wait for that level 50. I just need someone who's a good recruiter. All right, we're going to offer him. Perfect. I just need a guaranteed recruiter. All right. All right, hopefully with these coaches, I'll finish my recruiting tree. And then the end of this next season, we'll take a coordinator job. We'll keep building up LSU, and then we'll make the LSU coach vacate. Actually, we don't want to make it vacate. We want to take another job. Awesome. Perfect. No. No. Please tell me he's got it. No, he's the one I'm waiting on. Let me quickly do the math. If I buy this, I'll get back to exactly 200 points if I buy those. And what I think that I'm going to do is minus 50 now, minus 36, minus 36. And I think this time with CEO, I'm going to go delay Sunday and senior superlatives, minus 36. It'll leave me 42 left over. And if I buy Skiing Guru, because I don't want to go through the trouble of finding 2 Skiing Gurus, if I do that, I can get the first 3 levels of ground and pound offense. Let's go ahead and schedule to week 15. I'm for sure ahead of the last build I made, because I don't think in the last build I got one singular double discount in Elite Recruiter. So that's already 7 points that I've saved. And I even think last time I bought one at a full price. So I think we're way ahead. And I might not even go Scheme Guru in general. It's just so fun to play with the ground and pound offense and Scheme Guru. Let's give LSU the win simply because I'm leaving Arkansas and we'll continue to build up LSU's program. We want them to be in at least 4-star, maybe 5-star prestige. So recruiting isn't terrible when you get there. Yeah, I'm going to rip it because I won't be having bundle discount anymore. So that's ripped. Let's go ahead and lose to LSU. View job offers. Offensive coordinator. Let's take Miami. We want to be still somewhat close to LSU so we can get that offer. And we got LSU. I'm going to give LSU the dub. And let's go ahead and get on to Miami. Get our points back. There you go. We're back at 200. You see that? So we are going to do a hard save here. This is the 8th year of this coach. So again, nothing matters anymore. We're just going to sim through this season. And then we're going to take that LSU job. What we're going to have to do, we got to remember, we need the LSU coach to move to another job, and then the job will open up for me. Do not retire him. We schedule LSU to win. We schedule Miami to win. Sim to week 15. We will get our hard save then, and then we start actually playing the game. Good. LSU is a 4-star program. They won't be in complete shambles when I get there. And hard save. Advance to the next week. All right, this is where I switch over to the LSU coach, make him go somewhere else, and then I will take a head coaching job at LSU. I forgot. It's my 2nd year. I can't leave. We'll have to do this one more time. It's fine. So just know when you create the coach that you're going to eventually take over, you need to be starting on the same year contract as them. Otherwise, you'll run into this issue that I'm running into now. It's okay. It's just going to cost me a little bit extra time and I'll get there. They're done. Let's go to the week 15. I'm going to ensure that I get the LSU job this year so I can view job offers. View job offers. Okay. I can now take the Auburn coaching job. There we go. All right. All right. Everything's good now. And there we have it. That's the end of this. We'll talk a little bit about the spend, but I'm going to make this hard save right now. So I'll quickly do the math for you guys. We have 200 points left, and let's go ahead and just quickly go through Motivator. We have 21 abilities, and they would have cost 105 points. In Recruiter, we have 28 abilities that would have cost 140. In Elite Recruiter, we have 7 that would have cost 56. And in Tactician, we have 28 abilities that would have cost 140. So just in those abilities, we have 441 points. And if we did a standard coach build, we would have 54 points left over, but we had also had to spend money buying 2 of the archetypes for 10 apiece. So that's minus 20. And then one of the other Elite Recruiter for 15. So we would have had a 19-point remainder, but as you see, we have 200 points remaining. And so this is kind of where I'm going to leave this video for right now. I'm going to do some experimenting. Maybe I'm going to make a separate video on how I think the best coach to build a program in It might be like, this might be the most fun coach, or this is the coach you want to have if you want to try to get a 99 level class. And I'll quickly talk about it. If you want to try to build a 99 level class, you probably need to invest in the roster retention tiers, and you need to invest in delay Sunday for first round projected players are less likely to leave, and senior superlatives. Increase in all skill group caps by 1 for rising seniors. So that's the one I'm going to play around with first and see if I can like get a level, like a crazy level 99 team. But I think that's just for the 99 style build. For the more fun build, I think what I'm going to do is unlock Scheme Guru and get the ground and pound offense going, which is really great because also it helps your team stay high level because it doesn't create a lot of wear and tear because you're creating excess wear and tear on the teams you play. So that is something. And yeah, I think that's where I'm going to go. I tried doing the architect stuff in a previous build. It didn't work very well, I should say. So that's where I'm going to leave this for now. At the end of the day, you get 495 points. And in this coaching build, just total, it would have been exactly 675 total points earned, which is just nuts, you know, but you're not having any wasted perks. That's the benefit of doing this method of becoming an offensive coordinator. You know, if you don't need bundle discount once you're maxed and you've gotten all the discounts. So you basically free up a free 18 points to put somewhere else. And I think this time I'm going to stay away from Dream School. Dream School's really nice, but it's such a like non-guarantee. Whereas this one, Senior Superlatives, does seem like it's a guarantee. It just has to be for a senior. So I think this will wind up being really strong. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. This is by far and away the best way to build a coach. I've made a few missteps and this build took a little under 5 hours. So I'm getting faster at it. So I think it's worth it for sure. So I'm going to build 2 variations of this Juggernaut coach. One that'll be fun and one that'll be like going for an overall 99. And I'll tell you guys, maybe the overall 99 one is more fun. I don't know, but we'll see. But thank you guys for watching. If you did learn something, leave a like on the video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. And if you guys have thoughts on how I should spend these points, maybe I'll go back and try your builds out and see how they turn out. So y'all have a great day. What's up, guys? So, you know, I've been doing a lot of these coach builds and I thought about it a little bit more. And I think I might have had a misunderstanding of player XP. And I said, you know what? Let's run an experiment. Is Master Motivator worth it? And this video is going to come out whether it is or it isn't. It's going to give you a definitive answer. So what I've done is I reverted back to a file for my Juggernaut 4 video. If you want to learn how to build it, it's right here. And I've pulled back and gotten the 2 Master Motivators on my staff so I can get the Master Motivator archetype for a purchase of 5 points. And now I have double discounts on a lot, and I'm going to spend as many double discounts as I can, but then I'm going to have to leave the head coaching job that I'm at, take a coordinator position, get my refunds on program builder and CEO. And then what we're going to do is we're going to finish filling out Master Motivator to all tier 3s for the positions. So for now, I'm just going to upgrade the ones that I can I have double upgrades for a lot of these coaches. So I'm just going to go there. So let's just spend the points that we can. And I'm going to prioritize right now the positions group with the most amount of players. So I'm going to go tier 3 on the O line. I'm going to go tier 3 on the defensive line. I'm going to go tier 3 on the defensive backs. So those are, you know, 5 players, 4 players, 4 players. I can do wide receivers, but I don't have a double discount, but I will. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be spending these points, but I'll get the first 2 tiers and then I'll finish out the linebackers here. And then it looks like I only have enough to purchase 1 tier. So we'll just do tier 1 of running backs for now. So I'm going to finish out this Georgia season, leave Georgia, take a coordinator position, and I will get, just so you know, if you're unfamiliar, if you're a head coach and you have the program builder and the CEO purchased, if you take a coordinator position, you will get these points refunded, all the points that you spent within the tree. So I will get back quite a few points. And we'll finish filling out the Master Motivator stuff. We will go ahead and get to like being a coach as a Master Motivator and see what it actually does to player levels. My thought is that XP bonus that you're getting is not benefiting your coach, but actually the player on the field. So they will level up. They will progress much faster and, get higher level much quicker. So that's the thought behind it. Let's just move on to the next week. I'm gonna schedule out the wins here. I'm not gonna do any recruiting. I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna sim to the next season, take a coordinating position, then take a head coaching job. I'm also gonna pay attention to what it does to this team. This team's an 94 overall. Let's see what it does. And I'm gonna boost LSU because that's where I'm gonna go after the next season. Oh, good. Few job offers. Offensive coordinator at West Virginia. I really can't gamble. I'm just going to take it. I know how to force my way into an LSU job. So that's taken. Let's get on to off season. We're just going to sim through. West Virginia is going to have a nice season. LSU is going to have a nice season. But we're also going to create an LSU head coach so he can leave and I can have that job offer. So I've got my points back. Let's go ahead and upgrade these coach skills. Let's finish getting level 3 on everything. I'm also needing to create a new head coach at LSU. Hopefully the roster isn't too bad when I get to LSU. All right, we're going to sim to week 15. And this is what I got to always remember to do, is go to that LSU coach and force him to take another job, not to retire. 4-star, man. I got to get them up. Right now, I don't have job offers, so he doesn't have job offers. Do I need a hard save? Go to the LSU coach, have him leave LSU, do job offer. Doesn't matter where he goes. Job offers, LSU, done. Taken. All right, we're back home, baby. Guaranteeing job openings is freaking sweet. All right, I got my coaching staff hired. Give LSU the win. I want them to be a 5-star program when I take them over, so I will have the recruiting hours. Nice. They got 1 5-star. I'm gonna have to turn over the roster. Okay, let's see. Just locked out on all. Okay, let's see if I can get these 4 stars real quick. Bolster the roster a little bit. Nice. This guy could be really good. Okay. All right. I should get all of them. Maybe not the wide receiver, unfortunately. Oh, cool. I got them all. All right, great. We're 4.5 stars. Hopefully that, I don't think that gives us 1,000 hours recruit. That's probably gonna be 900. This roster is in tough shape. I'd like to over recruit, but I just got to go best available at each position that I can reasonably recruit. I'm gonna not recruit this left outside linebacker. I just can't afford to miss on a left outside linebacker right now. Okay, I'm probably gonna play them because I want to test out this motivator stuff, but schedule them just in case I accidentally sim. One of the main things with Master Motivator that I'm really trying to attack is trying to upgrade a player through stats, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start this freshman because I want to see truly how much this does. We're just going to go young here. This is just all building for the future. That's the point of this. I think I'm going to sim this first season anyways. Get these guys older, get the young guys playing time. We need them to get developed. We're just mainly simming this season, so there's not much else to do. I think I got all the hours assigned. Team's getting better though, numerically. Maybe this Master Motivator thing is working. Good. That linebacker I was worried about committed. This may seem crazy to put this many hours on him, but the visits now have a major boost. This is gonna be a big week. No visit. I've got him done. Just put 10 more on him. Not worried about that. He's done. Week 5 visit, which I do have to worry about. Week 7 visit, I don't have to worry about. Just gotta max him for what I can. Might have to throw a visit on him just to spend hours. Really didn't want to do that, but Oregon is right on my heels. All right. I think we're in good shape. I don't think we're going to miss anyone. Pretty nice class considering the circumstances. All right, recruiting is finally done. Pretty large class. I never really recruit that much in terms of numbers, but we gotta rebuild this roster, get all the bad players off of it. That 4.5-star range. Let's see if we can get to 5. Oh, we're still at 900 hours. Pain. I'm gonna sim this one more season, then I'll start playing with these guys. Oh. Nice. This is a really good class. It's like maybe one of the better classes I've ever signed in terms of quality at each position. Let's just sim to the end of the season. Went from 90 overall to 91. Not a big deal. Not a big jump. But the class we're going to bring in is going to elevate this team considerably. We went up 1 level for the season, but again, we also are moving off a bunch of bad players. We didn't even have 10 in the 90 to start that season. This season, I'm going to actually play, see if I can manipulate a lot of these guys' stats and see if this XP thing actually works. 17 total players, 900 hours. That's where, oh my gosh, I almost used up all my hours doing everything. We got the recruiting board set up. So we're gonna sim to the next week. Hopefully we can put all the hours on these guys. We're still at 900 hours, which is unfortunate. I was hoping to be at 1,000, and I'm not quite sure what's keeping me from being at 1,000, but that's okay. We're gonna play these games, but I am gonna schedule them for wins just in case I accidentally sim, but I plan on playing them all. I want to see how much this XP for these players actually has an effect on the players' abilities for Master Motivator, so we're gonna do our best to see that. We're at 17 targets at 900 hours. So that's a little over 50 hours per person, and that's fine. No one's in top 5. We're just going to go by national rank. For now, anyone in the top 2 pipelines, they're getting 40 hours until we get done. Anyone not, they're getting 60. I do really need that strong safety. My strong safeties are very thin, and this guard would be amazing to have. Same with this guard. 2 5-star gem guards is crazy. So it'd be really nice if we can close on them. One's in my pipeline, one isn't. The problem with my guard stuff, let's see, how many max hours? Oh, I can actually put 7. Okay, that's better than I thought. I guess the coach bought some abilities. Number 1 player in the country, we will put him on 60. We need the strong safety. This guard would be amazing to have, so we're gonna kind of get him locked in here. All right. We should get everyone in this class, hopefully. So the roster is still really young. These games are going to not be like super easy. They're going to be a battle. We got 2 guys in the 5th stage at Penn State too. And hopefully it's a neutral site game. We definitely have a good enough team to beat them. That's not the problem. Not a bad first game. Tough defense to play against. All right, let's hope this works out. I need to try to feast in this game. All right, good work in today, fellas. Awesome. That's huge. Needed those hours. All right. Let's see the team. We're still at the same ranking.
Now this team has consecutive wins.
Got both those guards. They're going to be a problem for teams against me in the future.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team.
I think that's everyone. Besides the tight end I just started recruiting. I'm just not really seeing the progress like I hoped I would. Defense took a major step back that week.
Reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown.
Offense took a step up. Now the team's an overall 93. I'm just going to sim to the end of the season. Okay, so the team got better. Defense picked it up. That's good news. We went from 8 to 18 in 90s. Slowly but surely climbing in talent. I think I'm going to sim this season. I need to start getting results quicker to see if Master Motivator is actually worth it. So far, it seems like it's not. It's a bad investment. I have 18 players for 800 hours. This is such pain. I'm going to sim this entire season. 95 overall. I just have to let all these guys go pro. I'm at 4.5 stars now. Ken, 4 national championships in a row. What more do I need to be a 5-star program? Still only 18. Master Motivator is a scam. Do one more sim for a season, but I think we got our conclusion. I'm back to 900 hours. That's great. Still very difficult to recruit people. Oh yeah, that guy is insane. This guy, I need to put all of everything on. Platinum takeoff, platinum team player. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Roster's definitely better, but we still gotta wait and see here. We just got unlucky with coaches leaving. That delayed our progress. Starting to see a little bit of solid progress. There we go. Pro potential's back to an A+. I don't know why we were ever so poor in pro potential, and now we're a 5-star program. Thank you. Took forever. Brought everyone back. That's a first. That's a W. Still haven't even hit 20 players in 90+ yet. Do we finish with the #1 class? We might not have. We did. We're just the best. So these coaches are perfect. If I keep them forever, they're exactly what I need. Oh man, I screwed up my build. I was supposed to not buy CEO and buy this one and this one, the first 2 level. Oh man, I really screwed up. Roster's where you want it to be. What's up, guys? I forgot to hit record, and I went ahead and began doing the next season where we left off. So we missed all the recruiting time, but, I'll show off the recruits that I've got. And, I'm on the last week of the regular season. 14 5-stars and 8 4. Really nice class. Filling out a lot of needs. The roster's still way under budget, or however you want to term it. Very happy with this class. The new recruiting is still something to get used to. The team is a 95 overall. The defense started at 96 at the start of the season, and the offense was a 94. So it improved a little bit. I'm still on the fence about Master Motivator currently. The team is really good. I'm actually going to play 1 game. I looked at the stats of my quarterback, and he's really, really good. My running backs are surprisingly not great. My receivers are very good. Nice, easy shutout. Maybe the defense just in that 1 week might get pushed to a 97. I like the coaches that we have. They're exactly what we need. Hopefully the coaching staff stays intact. Hopefully the quarterback stays. He's really good. So far we have all our coaches. Not anymore. Spoke too soon. I have just sane choices here. Let's offer this guy. Okay. All right. If this next season we're not sitting at like 97s, I'm going to go ahead and say that Master Motivator probably not worth it, but we're going to wait and see. There's no way this quarterback sticks around. Not after the season he's having. It would be fantastic if he did, but he's not going to. This team trounced teams. Like, I simmed all these games. These 2 are like the closest. Other than that, and this one, they blew out everyone. My quarterback is not even leaving. Wow. I have my QB for 1 more year. That's insane. Pretty sure the roster is still going to be under budget. But this team is finally fully rebuilt, where there's upperclassmen, there's underclassmen. All right, this is the big telling thing. We had 24 players at like above 90. So we went from 24 to 26. Let's see where those wide receivers are looking. This guy should be the best wide receiver I've ever had when it's all said and done, because the platinum takeoff and platinum team player, he's just going to make everyone around him better. It's pretty freaking nuts. This route runner actually is turning out pretty well. He was a 4-star gem. I remember getting him as an experiment, but route runners typically never develop very well, but he's developing pretty damn well. So I'm recruiting 15 players. Got everyone here. 66 hours a person. Anyone not in pipeline gets the full boat. And that's it. All right. Good morning, everyone. We're back. We're testing Master Motivator. I'm pretty close to the end of this test. I'm pretty sure what it seems as if is that Master Motivator, not really worth anything, actually. But we'll find out. I'm going to sim a few more seasons and see where this team winds up. I still haven't even gotten to a 97 overall team, which was pretty common for me to get with my last build. So, there's definitely a lot of questions I have with this coaching build. So we're at a 95 overall. Now the recruiting is done. Still a 95 overall. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm pretty confident now at this point. It's easy to say, or it's safe to say, that Master Motivator is not working. We're still going to do a few more seasons, but I think, we're done with this test. The team is fine. I did not misunderstand the player XP stuff. It's just like you just get more XP for like touchdowns, I guess, or something like that. But like the players don't level up any faster. Unless after this offseason, there's an insane buff to the team. I'm ready to call this experiment over. Warmack was the best route runner I've ever developed. He made it into the 90s. 93 overall. Highest route running wide receivers. I think he was a gem. Actually, I know he was a gem. So maybe that's why he was able to develop that highly. But man, it was, I just grabbed him because I could. I didn't really want him, but he just like I got him like late in the season. But yeah, just don't recruit them normally. Exactly 30 players at 90 or above. The best roster I've had with this build, it is at 96. We'll keep going since the roster improved. This is just normal. This is just like all the development is just from the regular motivator. The Master Motivator is not doing anything. All right, we're back with this Master Motivator experiment. We're going to start recruiting for this season. We're still giving it a go unless we halt our team improvement. No, I'm going to start, give it up on the experiment. But, if we keep improving, we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. Do one more season, see if they continue to improve. If they don't, we'll cut it short. But it really is feeling like Master Motivator doesn't do anything. That's just what it feels like. We are back trying to, do this Master Motivator test. And we're going to set up this recruiting board and sim the season. And again, we'll keep doing this until we stop seeing improvement. Based on all the things that I've seen, it really does look like it's not going to be a good thing to do. So we'll go ahead and get to recruiting. Now, I didn't fully wow. The number one prospect in the country is a left guard. I have never seen that before. And he's a gem. I mean, it is simple. We get him. Curious of what this left guard is. Let's just have this guy not be a bust. Perfect. 2 5-star guards. Incredible. All right, recruiting 13 players. We can max out on everyone's hours. Let's get into the season. Let's recruit and let's just see how this team improves. If we don't see improvement here, we're going to call this experiment to an end. Good deal. Let's schedule out these wins and carry on. Overall hasn't changed. The offense improved a little bit. Time to go to week 15. If this team isn't a 97 overall, I'm pretty confident we can claim this experiment is over. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, no change. So in the end, do I think Master Motivator is worth it? I would say for sure not. If you were using a Master Motivator in a PvP dynasty, you could maybe justify getting it because of the boost to toughness, stamina, and injury, but it's a lot of points. You have to spend 15 to unlock it, or 10 or 5 if you have friends and family discount. And even still, you're spending a lot of points to unlock that. And how much is that actually worth? I don't think very much. So my advice would be to skip Master Motivator altogether. Stick with the plan of tier 3s in the motivator tree, and that's it. These 3, I wanted to see if the XP gains, if I misunderstood it, but I didn't. All the XP apparently goes to your coaches. So I was thinking maybe the XP gains were going towards the players, but it doesn't. So if you're trying to build like a high overall squad, the Master Motivator doesn't help that at all. So I think we're pretty wrapped up on the Master Motivator experiment. I would say don't do it. It's a waste of points. Your points can go better. I will say, so that's the end of the Master Motivator. Thank you guys for watching. So in this portion of the video, we're going to talk about Scheme Guru and is it really worth using? And I think that in short, I do think that Scheme Guru is worth using with the specific play styles in mind and specific scenarios. So let's go ahead and load the Miami coach. I just take another head coach elsewhere and then come back and get the Scheme Gurus. So let's Let's do that. All right. So this is after I've arrived at Miami. I have full elite recruiter. I just basically waste like another year or two even. I have to get those skiing gurus. So the LSU job, if I'm not mistaken, is not open yet. Yeah, not open. And then let's go ahead and accept the LSU job. View job offer. It's LSU. All right, there we go. All right, let's hope that there are 2 skiing gurus available. Right. That'd be fantastic. The DCs are bad group. All right, let's offer the first skiing guru. I'm not like really stoked on him, but he has it, and that's what matters. And then we'll just hire the best recruiter from this bunch. Yeah, this guy. Perfect. He's the best recruiter. So we'll hire him, and we'll just have to wait and see here if we can get a second skiing guru to get skiing guru for 5 points. All right, let's upgrade my skills real quick, and we're going to leave LSU again, but I'm going to get program builder and get the necessary things. So we need all 3 of these tiers, and then we need to unlock CEO and get the bundle discount as well. And I'm not going to spend any more points on anything. So let's take a look at his skiing guru. Oh, this is really unfortunate. He doesn't have any of the skiing guru things that I want. So we're going to be letting him go as well. What I do want is the pass game and the ground and pound offense abilities. We're going to talk about cross training. I think cross training might be really important for like level 99 teams. I'm not going to keep any of these coaches. I might keep Fireman just to get skiing guru unlocked for 5, but other than that, I'm not going to buy any of his abilities at a discount. So I really need to find another one. This roster is in such bad shape, and this is going to be heavy simulation for at least 2 seasons or 3 players in the 90s. Yikes. You got to be minimum of 70 to stay on this team. I don't care what age you are. No 5-star wide receivers. That's interesting. Oh, we're burning through hours fast. All right, done for the class. Yeah, I missed out on both these guys. Damn. All right. Move forward to the SEC championship. I'm going to let this guy go because he's not a skiing guru. I feel like I should probably get rid of him too. Skiing gurus aren't super rare, and he has none of the things I want to buy in skiing guru. I'm just going to take this guy for sure. I'm going to just go to the next week because maybe hiring him will change the DCs that become available. This is just who I have to offer. All right. So here is what I was thinking about it. And I need to do the math on it real quick. So when it's all said and done, I'm going to have exactly 200. So I'm going to unlock program builder, and I want to go relationship builder 1, and I want to go roster retention tier 1. That will give me 156 points to spend. If I do all of the cross training, that is 144. So the thought behind cross training in this is purely an overall boost. When you are giving offensive linemen defensive traits, it will boost their overall higher because they're graded on everything. And same like with the defensive linemen, and same with the wide receivers and defensive backs. Wide receivers and defensive backs tend to not go super high in terms of their overall levels. And if you're increasing some of their catching abilities and defensive abilities, it will push them higher. So that's why I think I'm going to go with these things. I'll have the points to spend on it, and we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. A lot of people have been kind of poo-pooing that whole idea, but I think it actually might pay off. All right, so let's get into the all-season and recruit. 20 total targets. That's just what I'm gonna have to settle with. Oh, we're at 1,000. Nice. All right. No one is top 5 yet. Conference prestige, proximity to home. What is that? Prestigious? P. Hopefully we get some recruit here. 1, 2. Freed up at least 80 hours. 3rd for this guy? What the shit? Well, I'm definitely not getting him. All right, this class is done. Let's just go ahead and sim and then hard save. He's in tactician. Maybe he will become a skiing guru. That's some severe copium, but we'll see. 50 hours a person. All right, this class over. over with a hard save, and then we get some skiing gurus available to us. We have a skiing guru. We have a second. I'm going to get this guy because this coach wasted stuff in strategist, but he is an elite recruiter, a strategist. Very interesting. I'm going to hire this guy. Yeah, I guess I'll just grab this guy. Let's just see what this coach has with skiing guru. Maybe I'll stick it out. So he does have like, all right, so I'm just going to buy in here. We'll play off this file, I guess. 10 points for the skiing guru. And then I'm going to, let's max out here and let's talk about skiing guru. I know quite a bit about it because I've used it before. I can say that these abilities confidently are good in any type of dynasty, whether you're doing online against PvP or online against, player versus computer. These two categories are really, really strong. The fast tempo offense. I don't use fast tempo offenses, so I don't like run no huddle or anything like that. But this could be something really powerful in PvP or depending on your play style. And same with the gas tank. If you run against people who run hurry up offenses and stuff, this can be really, really helpful to you. But for the most part, against a computer, never going to be an issue. So I would never buy these. This pass game stuff, I think it's probably pretty valuable, especially in all leagues, PvP or PvE. Same with the defense. It'll be good on both ends. This is a pretty not important thing for player versus computer, because if you're good and you just go up on the computer, the crowd noise impact is irrelevant because you'll go up so fast and it won't matter. And then same thing with this. You're going to be up on the computer so much that it doesn't matter. So these two, not really great purchases. I unfortunately only have 18 points to spend. So I can only get 2 of these. I think I'm good on spending. I'm going to save the rest. So this is what we're looking at, and I can tell you with certainty that this is maybe the best gameplay ability in the game. And we'll show some examples coming forward, but the running backs at, let's say, like mid second quarter, third quarter, they are just ripping off like guaranteed 10 to 15 yard runs because the linemen have completely worn down the linebackers and their defensive line, and it is just such an advantageous thing. This is just great for, making your receivers better, but this is where I'm going to keep the build in Skiing Guru. And now that I've got this, I'm going to go and I'm going to sim ahead in the season, leave and come back and get my points refunded. We'll do one more simmed off season, then I'm going to leave, taking a coordinator job, and then I will return to LSU. All right, here is where we're going to create a hard save. And then we're going to go take another job. So let's save our Skiing Guru. We got the DC job offered at Florida. We're going to take it because being close to LSU will, actually I could take the OC job at Bama. Being close to LSU will basically make me the front runner for the head coach again. Plus, I get to tank Alabama. What a treat. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take the Bama job. All right, I'm at Bama. Got my points refunded. 122. I could unlock some stuff in CEO. It's into the offseason. I'm not recruiting a player. Not a single one. Just scheduling the wins to keep my prestige up. Okay. How is the talent this good at Alabama? Let's see if I can just obliterate their roster. He seems like he'd be really good. Bye. You job offs. LSU. We back, baby. We back. So, now you have seen the journey of how we do this. Let's just go ahead and schedule LSU to win. Let's hire this guy. Love the Tidewater region. And let's go with the guy from Alabama. Offer him. Let's go ahead and look. We got 122 points. I am no question going to unlock Program Builder. I know I for sure want best advice. No question, without a doubt. I want that. I want to do this. So now we're down to that. So I could, if I wanted to go with Senior Superlatives. Senior Superlatives is probably the best one in there. I've done Senior Superlatives and Delay Sunday and Dream School. And Dream School is really fun. But if I don't do anything in CEO, I have 78 points left over. And that's 6 more abilities. The Share the Wealth one, by the way, I've done, a little extra digging. stinks. I thought it might be really good. It stinks. Let's go ahead and upgrade here. Boost to primary pipeline. Boost to starting interest in primary pipeline. That one's key. Recruits from your primary pipeline gain an extra influence boost versus upgrade your worst. Let's do that. Okay. We have 30 left over. I guess we're going to spend it in Scheme Guru. That's just what we're going to do. So let's do that for sure. And I guess that. And that's the final build. And we'll see how this coach plays out. Okay. 19 players. I think I have one extra end, so 18 total players. All right, we are back here with the Scheme Guru, and we got the prospect list set up. And I'm gonna go ahead and schedule in next season. And I'm gonna pick some games to play that have like comparable talent, so you guys can see how good it stacks up. All right, let's go ahead and look at this Cal game talent-wise and see if it's worth playing. Not really, but you know what? Maybe we'll record just a few of these games and see what it's like against an overall with a 10-point differential, an overall with a pretty equal one, and just see how good this run game offense is. So for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna just do run, pass, run, pass, run, pass. Okay, and the offense keeps building the more 4-yard runs you get, right? So it's very important that you get a 4-yard run or more. And we'll start seeing mid second quarter how many long runs we start breaking, because the linemen and the linebackers are going to be worn out from the Scheme Guru stuff. And another bonus of all this is the wear and tear on your running back doesn't happen as quickly using this. Slowly but surely grinding him down.
Open the quarter with this first down play. The give to the back.
So you see right there, my center just took on that linebacker and just never let go of him. It was just free space to run. Their defensive end, that's a star. My tackle has just been manhandling the whole game. And this is where the big runs start ripping off. Their linebackers are tired, their defensive line's tired, they can't get off blocks, and it's just free yardage.
Where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line
9 yards up the field before I even get touched. We let them score the shutout.
They had this thing in a hammer lock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
Again, right there, that play highlighted. There's, what I make, 12 yards up the field before I got touched by a defensive back. The linebackers and defensive linemen were completely out of the play, and it just has a stacking effect. I wish there was a way to see how worn out the other team is. Maybe there is. I'm not sure, but it'd be really interesting to see, like how red these players are. And this is the first game of the season too. I imagine that in the middle of the season, when you run Scheme Guru against these other teams where players are already showing wear and tear, that you're going to start seeing mass substitutions like early, and the runs just get bigger and bigger.
Give to the running back.
And there it is. That's another play to highlight there, not just because it was a touchdown, but went in untouched. The linemen never disengaged. Their defensive linemen never disengaged from the offensive line. The linebackers couldn't make it to me. So that, man, Scheme Guru is such a fun ability to play with. But a nice, easy win there. The talent disparity is pretty large, but I'll showcase it against a team like Georgia or Auburn, where their overall team will be a 90, and you'll see how big of a disparity it becomes at the end of the game. All right, let's see what A&M's actual overall is, though. 86. Okay, this is a good, middle game, so you can see. All right, here we go. Again, it's all about 4-yard rushes.
Offense set on first down. On the ground,
normally, that defensive tackle would have blown by my guard. I can say that for sure. But he still maintained contact with him. Let's see how the stretch play runs right now. I don't think it's going to be too effective, but we'll see. Okay, never mind. None of them got off blocks. The Scheme Guru is starting to kick in.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play.
Right there, an excellent point. See that no one
field.
got
Nice job attacking.
blown off. Everyone got like stayed on their blocks. No one got blown off the ball. It was just the nice, easy run lane.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
Same there.
Back to the well.
Oh, I thought I could juke. See if we can get a nice big play on a stretch run here. Blocking, blocking, blocking.
With the running back.
Huge run. Didn't even think about getting touched until about 9 yards down the field. And that's the thing. That's what's so great about this. If you're playing PvP in your online dynasties, you're not the opposing player is not going to be able to get your offense off the field because they're just going to be able to run at will and like burn clock. So it just makes your offense the best defense. Your defense is staying rested, and their defense just can't be like stop anything. Right? Look at all the blocks. 4th quarter, everyone's blocking. No one even touches me until the 10-yard line. And again, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm running the ball between the tackles. See, he's still in the yellow wear and tear, the starting running back, who's carried the ball, I think, 20 times. No one touched him until 20 yards down the field. What are you supposed to do against this?
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone.
And again, it's just free, untouched, 5 yards up the field. Safeties and cornerbacks are having to make the tackles because linebackers and defensive linemen are just out of the play.
They go to the ground.
This defense is probably getting close to leveling up. When I'm playing the game, that they've allowed 9 points total in 2 games. That's pretty good. Well, let's see what Tennessee is talent-wise. They're a 90. All right, perfect. This is great. We'll show off what it's like to play a level 90 team. You can kind of see, against California, it was end of 2nd quarter, early 3rd quarter where you saw Scheme Guru wearing down. Against A&M, you could see like mid 3rd quarter they were starting to get really worn down. And frankly, it'll be around the same for Tennessee, especially with the season ongoing because, wear and tear adds up throughout the entire season.
And by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running
Excellent.
back.
And now they're starting to get hurt.
Take it down, but not before.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. You talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team.
That right there was a product of the Scheme Guru. The defensive lineman couldn't get off the block, tried to throw an arm out there, slowed me down a little bit, but it wasn't enough.
Just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock.
And here you go. There we go. Just solid run after solid run after solid run. And the floodgates have kind of been opened now.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10.
Mid 4th quarter, I'm kind of running for as many yards as I kind of want to. Took a while, but we're here.
1st down here for this offense.
Oh, he doesn't have a juke move. I thought I was going to cut that one inside. Still a great run. What we're looking for. Pretty comfortable win, but Tennessee actually did slow me down for a lot. Mainly because I was being stubborn trying to run the ball. If I just passed it from the beginning, they would have pulled off the line of scrimmage. But I think we'll sim until the Georgia game. Georgia will be another 90-plus level team, I suspect. All right, Georgia, 1 versus 2. They're 91 overall, the best team that I've encountered. Let's play the game, and let's see how much we can wear out Georgia.
Certain breed, they're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're starting to get blocked very hard. Those 4-yard gains are turning into 6 and 7.
Picking up a fresh set of downs. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Using the ground game.
That should have been a 2 to 3 yard gain. It was an 8.
First down.
The long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field.
Very nice. Again, that was a Scheme Guru play. Active right there. That should have been a 2-yard gain. It was a 5. Maybe even a 1-yard gain. It was pretty big. And there we go. Starting to rip those bigger runs at the end of the 3rd quarter. There we go.
There's the handoff. Touchdown, Tigers.
Starting to push them around.
It's doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. Yeah.
The offense sets up with a 1st and goal.
Ooh,
Hand it off.
so close. And there you have it. You see George has been completely dismantled in terms of their ability to block. Again, another game that I play where the defense holds the opposing team to 3 points. That's because I'm just controlling the ball on the ground. Defense is just not tired, and they stop their offense. That's a 91 overall rated team, I think. So, you know, once you start picking up those 4 5-yard runs every single time, it wears out their defense faster and faster and faster. You know, we got to the end of that 3rd quarter, and they just couldn't stop us. They just couldn't block. They couldn't get off of blocks. And that's how valuable Scheme Guru is. So I may play one more game. We'll see if there's anyone in the playoff that I meet up with that I may match up well against me, and we'll maybe play one more game. Otherwise, I'm just going to give my thoughts on it, on Scheme Guru. Everyone already kind of knows my thoughts. Of the games that I played, they allowed 26 total points in 4 games that I played. Insane, insane, insane. And again, this team is not close to one of the best teams that I've gotten. Let's see how Oregon matches up. They do recruit pretty well, so they might be an overall 90. Good. I could play this one. All right, we'll play this one, and this will be the last one I showcase Scheme Guru. It says I have bad matchups against all of their defensive line. Good start.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Gotta block him. Doesn't matter. Ooh, Oregon is going to be in big trouble. Every carry I've had has been 4 yards or more.
Him down, but a nice chunk play. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. He'll hand it off.
Nice.
Over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action. Opens up one-on-one.
We're in the start of the 2nd quarter, and we're leaning on them.
He picks up the 1st down before they
This is bad news bears for the Oregon Ducks.
Gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Can't get off their blocks.
They're going to run.
It's going to be a lot of runs like that.
And that run is good for 1st down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense.
It's already over. Their defensive line all had. They're putting in their starters. Their 2nd string's already in. This is so good. And they're going to get worn out. They're going to be put on their 3rd strings in the 3rd quarter. So you can see they see how my guard and my center now have green bubbles, means they've already changed out those players because they were worn out. And now we're just kind of running at will here.
The defense backed up against their own end zone. 1st and goal, handoff.
What do you do? What do you do when every run play you run is a 5+ yard gain? There's not much you can do. There's no hope.
1st down play.
You're stacking the box. Doesn't matter. They have a 7-on-5 right now. 5-yard gain. 7-on-5.
He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Again, 7-on-5.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down.
4-yard gain, 7-on-5. It's just unbelievable. Look at that. We started the game. All my linemen were red against their opponent, and now they're all green and 1 yellow. If that doesn't illustrate how good this ability is, I don't know what does.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44.
The defense came out ready to go.
Just can't tackle him. I don't even think I've thought about passing it. Not when we're just running it like this. This is just too fun, too easy. Again, that should have been stuffed, and he got a 3-yard gain. And again, I'm not doing anything tricky. I'm running right at him. And while we're not destroying them on the scoreboard, we are destroying them in time of possession, controlling the game, the pace. 42-3. You're seeing a trend when we're running the Scheme Guru, we're running the ball. The offense on the other team just doesn't ever score because, and the 3 points came off of a fumble at the 1st quarter. So we did really shut out their offense. They just had no answer. And, you know, if we wanted to pass, we could pass more. But I really want to show off the Scheme Guru for the ground and pound offense. And that was a playoff game, winning 42-3. You know, this build, I would say, without a doubt is probably the most fun build. You're going to have elite recruiting. You're basically going to get the players that you want. And then you're going to have fun time playing, right? Being able to ground out an offense, take a fatigue hit every 4-yard rush for both defensive linemen and linebackers is insane. And then, I felt like actually probably contributed to how awesome my defense was. You couple these two together, the ground and pound offense and defense, and this is the first time I spent on this. I think this might have been the best build. I think I would reconsider the pass game defense. And then, the pass game offense is pretty nice. Just increasing your catchability is pretty great. And then, the tier 4 is essentially like giving you field general to your quarterback. So if your quarterback doesn't even have field general, it gives it to you. And it doesn't matter whether they're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, you get some field general capabilities. So that's pretty dang nice. I think that cross-training, I spoke about this earlier, but I think that cross-training might give you the ability to boost your team to a 99. Now, this build isn't necessarily built for a 99. I want to see after the season what the training results are, and that's where I'll end the video. And if there is like a major update on how I feel cross-training, how well it works, I'll do a tweet or maybe make a quick short about it. I don't want to dedicate a full video to it, but I think maybe it should be considered for trying to build a 99 overall team, because it will boost those attributes for your defensive and offensive players and raise their overall capabilities, because defensive backs and wide receivers, they don't tend to hit like 95 and above. They stay in those lower 90s, and if you can get them to 95, 97, it really bolsters the team overall. But this team in general is just fun to play with, and I'm going to keep running this experiment with this coach. All right, let's check out these training results. So we've already got an improvement on the defense based on where we were. So this team I'm going to keep playing out, but slowly but surely this team's going to get better. And let's take a look at these big gainers, because where we're going to see a lot of gains is the players who the defensive linemen and O-linemen and the defensive backs and wide receivers are going to start seeing bigger gains. I mean, these are big gains. He gained 2. He gained 5. When you're gaining 5 in an offseason, that's a really big jump. So all defensive tackles gained 5. That's a combination of the tier 3 motivator, but I think cross-training is playing a big effect in this. I think we might have been overlooking cross-training. We may have really turned our nose up at cross-training because it didn't seem to make sense, but it makes sense when you're chasing the development and the 99 overalls. That's it for this coach. I think this is the most fun coach probably to play with, both in recruiting and gameplay. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In summary, I would say I would not use one of these strong roots or relationship builder one. I would take that out and spend those 12 points because you can get them at double discount in cross training. That's the only difference I would make in that 99 overall build, because I actually believe in cross training now. I've seen the light. I think cross training will help you develop to 99 a lot better. That one is probably the best to try to get to a 99 overall, which is, really difficult and fun journey to do. I've made 2 teams now at 99 overall. And then this one is the most well balanced. So build your coaches how you like to play, but I would say that if you are playing in an online dynasty, that this sort of build that I'm showing with Scheme Guru is probably going to be the best for you. Being able to dominate the line of scrimmage and keep the ball away from your opponent and making them feel helpless is probably a really cool feeling. And I can't suggest anything more than the ground and pound offense. And the ground and pound defense seems to be really good too. I don't play defense when I'm playing these games against a computer, but if you're fatiguing less, then that's going to be very, very helpful. And I'm sure this is helpful to, increase knockout chance, for the people who are actually playing defense. I'm sure that's very, very helpful. So that's my recommendations for these builds. And, like I said, guys, if you enjoyed, please leave a like on the video. And if you learned something, let me know in the comments. And if you want me to try something else out, I'm happy to do it. Use me to experiment these things for you. So, all right, guys, have a great day. What's up, guys? If you saw my last video, it was my final coach build. You can watch it here. It is, I talked about building the best coaches for your preferences. And, I'm first going to start with the current coach that I've been playing with. And I'm almost at the end of this simulation. I have 5 more years left on this coach. And I feel like this coach is probably the best coach to build a 99 overall rated team. And these are all the abilities that I have unlocked for this coach. And I, at the end of the day, when we start these builds, I have 200 points left over. So you can really take your builds into a lot of different directions. I'll start with the standard archetypes, and I'm going to show you guys what I have in the build, and these will never change across all the coaches. And we'll start with the recruiter here. And, we got everything leveled up for the position players and tier 1 in the elite recruiters for all the position players. This won't change. In the tactician, we have everything maxed in the position players and nothing in the cross training. And then in the motivator, everything to tier 3 for all the position players. So we get advantage of that off-season training boosts. So for this particular build, I thought about it. And so in trying to build a 99 overall rated team is very difficult. In this coach, I actually didn't do it. I didn't get to a 99 overall because I didn't try cheesing the roster. I just tried building regularly to see if it was even possible to hit that 99 rated team. So here's the build that I went with. And I did a lot of testing. I tried many of these abilities. And what I came up with was this. And so in Relationship Builder, I only went to tier 2 and I skipped the tier 3. I tried tier 3 before and I really felt like it didn't give the boost that I had hoped it would. It felt like a waste of 12 points, to be honest. But the strong roots category, you go all 3, and if you go all 3, it'll ensure you never lose a prospect within your pipelines, especially your primary pipelines. It won't happen. You'll have too much influence. You'll get to their hard sells really fast, at the longest by week 2. So you're already hard selling them on week 3. And it's just really strong for recruiting. It also will enable it'll boost another feature in CEO, which we'll talk about in a second. And then roster retention. This is really important for keeping players in your program longer. And I felt like this was the best points expenditure for keeping those players longer. It does better than the other abilities that I have unlocked in CEO, which we'll review in a second. So if that's your goal in 99 overall, this is what I would recommend for your program builder. CEO, I have 3 categories unlocked. The delay Sunday, which helps keep those first round draft picks who are tending to be higher overall in your program. I don't feel like it's as powerful as the program builder stuff that we just talked about, but it is needed if you're trying to go for a 99 overall. And then senior superlatives. I saw a lot of guides and builds talking about wanting to redshirt your players. But what I found through the simulation, even in trying it, is if you redshirt a player, and they're good enough to go pro, they're going to go in their 3rd year no matter what. I had several redshirt sophomore players who, they were 3rd year in their program and they were first round draft picks and they were chance of persuasion none. You weren't going to save them. So you don't even you only get 3 years out of them and you don't even get to keep them. So I found redshirting to not be like an insanely viable strategy for building a 99 overall team. But the senior superlatives, what I found is if you have someone in their junior year and, if they're like a level 90 junior, for example, and you keep them, the senior superlatives coupled with the motivator, tended to boost them really highly, 97s, 98s, 99s when they come back for their senior year. So I actually felt like this was maybe the best ability in CEO. I felt like it was much better than Delay Sunday. And then I have Dream School coupled with Strong Roots. It boosts Dream School because it makes a lot more players have you listed as their number 1 school. So then you have a lot more attempts at high tier targets for instant commits. And it just makes recruiting a lot easier. If you start a season with 1 to 4 players already recruited. You don't have to, it'll ensure that you get all the other players, right? You can put a lot more hours on players early, just be way ahead of players, even players with no pipeline connection. You won't lose them. I want to say in the 25 years this coach has been run, since I've arrived at my final job, that hadn't been 25 years. Let's say that would have been 17 years. I arrived at LSU 17 years ago. I've lost 3 commitments. And those 3 commitments that I lost were me and no pipeline. And it was actually, ironically, all 3 of them were to Oregon. Oregon had a tier 5 pipeline, and they had like an early visit on them, and that early visit boosted them across the finish line. But for the most part, you're not going to lose out on any guys. So Dream School helps with that and helps with the build. Now, I did have a video where I did reach an overall 99 roster, but you had to cheese the roster a little bit. You had to like lean out everything to where basically you don't have, freshmen and sophomores on your roster to hit that 99. But to be frank, that 99 overall team wasn't as good as some of the 97 overall teams that I had. Like those 97 overall teams were really, really solid. But with this build, I did get to level 98. I didn't hit 99. Again, I wasn't cheesing roster. I was recruiting normally and everything, building the program very solidly. And I felt like I probably could have hit 99 had I just lean the roster out a little bit, not very drastic, just a little bit. But I also learned these things in simulation, and this will probably help you if you ever have a goal of building a 99. With quarterbacks, I noticed that scrambler quarterbacks tend to have higher overall ratings. I prefer personally to play with a field general quarterback. I think they're the most fun. They have the most throwing talent. They typically have the ability to read defenses pre-snap, and you can see where blitzes are coming from. So they're just more fun to play with. But scramblers tend to have higher overall ratings. And if you're chasing that 99 overall, that's maybe where you should start recruiting your quarterbacks. Then with running backs, I found that while I enjoy playing with elusive running backs the most, best overall rated running backs tended to be receiving backs, and then followed closely by power backs. But receiving backs, definitely, I had several receiving backs reach an overall 99, whereas I had a few power backs do it, but I never had an elusive back reach an overall 99. So that's a little tip there. With wide receivers, the game tends to favor deep threats, and then physical receivers, the route running wide receivers don't tend to have like higher overall ratings than the others. So make that a consideration if that's what you're chasing. Deep threats tend to have higher overall ratings. With offensive linemen, again, my preference is to have agile, right? You have guys who are both good at run blocking and pass blocking. So, you're not weak on either one. But what I found is that power linemen tend to have higher overall ratings. You still are going to be fine with both pass blocking with power linemen, but the power ones tended to have a higher rating. And we'll go to the defense. To be honest, on all the defensive linemen, I felt like they all reached really high overall ratings. I did notice defensive tackles who were run blockers, run stuffers, they had higher overall ratings typically, but for the most part, your D linemen are going to be really strong. Middle linebackers are, for me in my simming, I found that they always tended to be the highest rated defensive player on the field at all times. I had, several middle linebackers reach 99s. So they typically always reach it. I prefer field generals, but they seem to always equal a 99 if they made it to their junior and senior years, or year 4, I should really say. Year 3 or 4, they really have high ratings. The outside linebackers, pass coverage and pass rushers, they tend to be the higher overall ratings. And then with the corners, man-to-mans have higher overall ratings. And then the run stopper for the safeties tended to have higher overall ratings. So if you're chasing that 99, that's where I would try to prioritize. But at the end of the day, get the highest rated player that you can. And one other thing of analytics that I did a lot of research on is busts do matter. Busts tend to have ceilings. 5-star busts tend to never go over 90. And I've had several 4-star gems who come onto campus day one ahead of those busts, and they had made it to high level 90s. So don't be trapped in just chasing stars. Chase after, attributes that you like, because if they develop in your program, they'll still be high level players. And that's what I have for the coach, what I think might be the best coach to build a 99 level program. But then I'm going to go into another coach that I think would be the most fun to play with. And I'm talking about actually playing games. So we'll get into that. What's up, guys? So I talked about this coach, by the way, and I said that this is the best coach to build a high level program. And I went ahead and did it. It took me 10 games into the season, but I finally got the team to an overall 99. It was on the back of a shutout against, I think Florida was ranked at the time when I played them. So, I had 2 shutouts, one against Ole Miss, one against Florida. That was obviously like really large for a boost. So when I went to the Arkansas game, we finally hit another 99 overall team. And so, this coach build is definitely the best for building, chasing that 99 overall team. There may be we're going to go into the other coach builds, but this one, obviously for simming and everything, this one's the best one to do. This season, I have been playing all the games. So there hasn't been a single simmed game. And ironically enough, besides that A&M game, which was a weird one, the team that scored the most points on me was this FCS Midwest. But anyway, so we've hit another overall 99. And this coach is probably the best build you can for that particular situation. So just wanted to show you guys that. And now that I've hit it, I'll probably sim the rest of the season and we'll go on to the next coach.